Hello and welcome back to Scale Models Midwest. I'm glad you're here. Let's check out some car models. I have 4 different models I pulled off the shelf to show you today. The first one is the Wild Willy Borsch model, driven by a racer who was famous for massive smoky burnouts with the real machine back in the heyday of the altered rides. I took a different route in painting this one, trying to match a 91 Mustang GT that I used to own. It was my first time trying a paint fade, and I think it turned out really nice. Although a lot of smaller parts made for a fragile model, it went together really well, looks great on the shelf, and even had this one on display along with several other models at a local hobby store that sadly is no longer around. The second model is of the ever popular Revell Ford, and I loved building this kit. I used the big and little tires and rims from the wagon rod, and if you look close enough at the interior, I used a cut down Corvette dash as well. Again, a great model, and one Revell keeps reissuing under various build options. You should buy this kit and build it. Next up for your viewing pleasure is one of my favorite 1-1 cars of all time, 1970 Challenger TA. I had the original model from way back in the early 80s, and I built I don't know how many of them over the years. I built one in the metallic red that was molded in, as well as one to mimic the Vanishing Point Challenger that Kowalski drove on his existential journey. Go check out that movie if you get a chance, by the way. This one I built about 10 years ago from the reissue. I painted it sublime with a flat black hood, wired 340 6-pack, and one of my go-to options, a white interior with flocked carpet. I even did some overspray underneath, much like did rolling off the assembly line back in the day. Finally, I have a 2006 Mustang GT. I think this one's also Revell. Now, I love cars of all types, but I really have a soft spot for Mustangs, having owned 3 of them in my life so far. I even have a model of my 1-1 GT, which I'll show you in a future video. This one has a spoiler, which I left off because I think it's just cleaner that way. I filled and sanded the mounting holes. I laid down a few coats of a dark silver metallic with the kit stripes under clear. I did a lot of paint detailing to this one, and I added Volt T37 rims after lowering the suspension a bit. This one turned out really well. Thanks for letting me share my love of model building with you, and be sure to like and subscribe, as I'm going to be posting more videos as well as starting a Salvino JR's build. I can't wait to build that kit. In the meantime, get to your local hobby store or go online, find a kit that interests you, and build it.